The retirement age of the workforce in most African countries is pegged at 60 years. But in politics, it is a different game, as the ages of some of the political office holders and some African presidents are beyond the retirement age of African workers. Some of these rulers are believed to be vast in political leadership skills and experience. Therefore, some people postulate that experience is king in ruling a nation. But others are of the opinion that experience alone is not sufficient, but strength is key in carrying the burden of the nation. Welcome to TL Africa. In today's video, we will look at the top 10 oldest incumbent presidents in Africa in 2022. But before we get started, remember to subscribe to this channel and click the notification bell so that you don't miss out on any of our videos. Number 10. Ismail Omar Guelleh, born on November 27, 1947. Ismail Omar Guelleh is 75 years old and he is the current president of Djibouti. He defeated Moussa Ahmed Idris in the 1999 presidential election and was sworn in president of Djibouti on May 8, 1999. At the age of 51, he was re-elected unopposed for the second time in the 2005 presidential election, as he was the only presidential candidate for the election. Ismail Omar Guelleh was re-elected for a fifth term in 2021. He has spent 23 years as the president of Djibouti. Number 9. Abdelmadjid Tebboune, born on November 17, 1945. Abdelmadjid Tebboune is a 77-year-old Algerian politician, Minister of Defense, and the current president of Algeria. He assumed the office of the president on the 19th of December 2019 at the age of 74, after defeating 4 other rivals during the presidential election, securing 58% of the vote cast. Although the election was marred by protest, disruption, and partial boycott, the Algerian electoral body declared Abdelmadjid the winner of the election. Prior to becoming the president, Abdelmadjid Tebboune served as minister in various capacities under the late president Abdelaziz Bouteflika. Number 8. Yoweri Museveni. Yoweri Museveni is a 78-year-old Uganda politician, economist, and retired military officer. He is the incumbent president of Uganda. He became the president on the 26th of January 1986 at the age of 42. He has won the presidential election multiple times, but some of the victories have been tainted by allegations of voting irregularities. By January 26, 2023, President Museveni will have spent 38 years in office, making him the longest-serving president in Uganda. Number 7. Nana Akufo-Addo, born on March 29, 1944. The 78-year-old politician, economist and lawyer is the incumbent president of Ghana. He was sworn in president on the 7th of January 2017 at the age of 72. Nana Akufo-Addo has previously contested for president in 1998 but lost to John Kufuor. In 2012 presidential election, he contested but lost to John Mahama. Nana Akufo-Addo did not give up. In the 2016 presidential election, Akufo-Addo contested against the sitting president John Mahama and defeated the sitting president, securing more than 53% of the vote cast. Nana Akufo-Addo served as Attorney General for Ghana from 2001 to 2003. He also served as Minister for Foreign Affairs from 2003 to 2007 under President John Kufuor. Number 6. Muhammadu Buhari, the incumbent president of Nigeria, clocks 80 on the 17th of December 2022. He is a Nigerian politician and retired Army Major General who once served as Nigerian military head of state from 31st of December 1983 to 27th of August 1985, after he seized power in a military coup d'etat. In Nigerian 2015 presidential election, Major General Muhammadu Buhari defeated the sitting president, Goodluck Jonathan, to become a democratically elected president of Nigeria, having experienced 3 unsuccessful presidential bids in 2003, 2007, and 2011. President Buhari will leave office in 2023 after completing his second 4-year term, as he cannot seek re-election constitutionally. Number 5. Emerson Mnangagwa, Born on September 15, 1942, Emerson Mnangagwa is an 18-year-old Zimbabwean revolutionary and politician. He is the third and the incumbent president of Zimbabwe. He was sworn in on November 24, 2017, when he was almost 75 years old, after the resignation of the long-term ruler, President Robert Mugabe. Prior to becoming the president, Emerson Mnangagwa was appointed by President Mugabe to be his vice on the 10th of December 2014, a position he occupied from 2014 to 2017. Number 4. Teodoro Obiang Nguema Mbasogo, born on June 5, 1942, is an 80-year-old Equatorial Guinea politician and a former military officer. He is the second and the current president of Equatorial Guinea. In 1979, at the age of 37, Teodoro Obiang Nguema Mbasogo hosted his uncle, Francisco Marcial Nguema, who was the first and the sitting president of Equatorial Guinea in a military coup d'etat, and he became the president of the country. In August 1982, Equatorial Guinea held a constitutional referendum and a new constitution was put in place. The country returned to a civilian rule. President Teodoro Obiang Nguema Mbasogo was elected unopposed to a 7-year term as president. Since then, he has been winning his re-elections. On the 26th of November 2022, after securing more than 94% of the vote cast in the presidential election, President Teodoro Obiang Nguema Mbasogo won his re-election bid for the 6th term. Having spent 43 years in power, President Teodoro Obiang Nguema Mbasogo is currently the longest-serving president, not just in Africa, but in the world. Number 3. Alassane Ouattara. Alassane Dramane Ouattara is an Ivorian economist and politician who has been the president of Ivory Coast since 2010. He was born on the 1st of January 1942 and is presently 80 years old. Before he became the president, Alassane Ouattara was the governor of the Central Bank of West African States from 1988 to 1990. He served as Ivory Coast Minister of Economy and Finance from 1990 to 1993. He was also the Deputy Director General of IMF from 1994 to 1999. In the 2010 Ivory Coast election, Alassane Ouattara defeated the sitting president, Laurent Gbagbo, and he was recognized as the winner of the election by election observers, African Union, ECOWAS, and the international community. But the election result was aggressively disputed by Laurent Gbagbo, and he refused to step down as president, an action that led to crisis and the second civil war in Ivory Coast. The United Nations, international community and countries intervened, and military action was taken against Laurent Gbagbo, which led to his arrest. Number 2. Godfrey Geingob, born on August 3, 1941. The 81-year-old Namibian politician was the first Prime Minister of Namibia. He became the Prime Minister in 1990, but was replaced by Philben Goudouarab during a cabinet reshuffle. In 2012, however, Geingob was re-elected as Prime Minister of Namibia, and he held the position until he was elected and sworn in President of Namibia on March 21, 2015. President Geingob is the third and the incumbent president of Namibia. Number 1. Paul Biya. Born on February 13, 1933, Paul Biya is an 89-year-old Cameroonian politician. Having served as the Prime Minister of Cameroon for 7 years, Paul Biya entered the presidential palace as president on November 6, 1982, at the age of 49, following the resignation of President Ahmadou Ahidjo. Although he is rarely seen in the public since July 2022, thousands of President Biya's supporters gathered at the country's capital on the 6th of November 2022 to celebrate his 40 years in power. Thank you for watching this video. Please like, share and subscribe to this channel. This is the way you encourage us to keep moving. Remember, Africa is moving.